Okay, having a look at this system here. It's got a leak on the expansion valve where it goes into the tank. I can't quite see my little screen, so let's see if I can zoom in. It's leaking in an odd place. It's got a brass adapter which probably finishes about here, so it's leaking over here. So it makes me think if they've got a stub of copper fed up inside, because that diameter, that depth there is further in than the size of that pipe. Anyway, we're going to have to take the valve apart, split that, bend that out of the way, clean it up and see what we've got. It would have been better off putting welding either a rotor lock or a flare connection on there and just bolting it on. Anyway, okay, let's try again. It's a bit tricky, the viewfinder's gone screwy on this, so I can't quite see what I'm pointing at. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, we've got the valve apart, got gas out, 3.3 kilos come out of it. I'm going to wipe it with some brake cleaner. I'm going to put some electrical tape over there, stop any dirt getting in the hole. I've got some paper towel stuffed in there. I might put a blue glove over that as well. And then I'm going to get this little whizzy wheel sander and sand some of that silver solder down so we can see what we're dealing with. And see if we can lay some fresh stuff over the top of it and get it to stick. It's always tricky because you don't know what grade they've used before with solder, and they don't always mix very well. They have different melting points. Okay, I've got all that. I've got rags over everything so you don't set anything on fire or burn through the capillary on the other valve. Tight fit. So we're just going to go at it with a roll-lock little thing and clean that up, and then we'll get a better idea what we're dealing with. I suspect because that finishes there and that goes to there, so I think they've put either a piece of copper in there or a fitting reducer, probably a bit of copper that's gone from here and then gone inside that pipe. That's what I think they've done. Right, well we've got about 50 psi in there. I can hear hissing, which is a bit worrying, but I haven't put the new gaskets in there yet, so it could be coming out around here. Or it might be going back through them. I think it's going back through the pipework. I've got the ball valve shut off on the unit, so we're only pressurising the tank and the pipework. But I can't see anything where it was leaking before because that was sort of here. But what you can get, where you've heated it up, you might have melted something underneath which is now leaking. Ideally we'd have wanted to take it all off, clean it all up and put it back on again, but it don't really lend itself to doing that. We've got a lot of space and they've not given us a lot of pipe to play with. They could have brought that out, bent it up, put a bit of copper on it and then put a proper valve on it up here. And then they could have just done that. It had just been going to a piece of pipe. There'd have been none of this great big heat sink, which might be half the issue because you've got to heat all that brass up. That would have been a better design. Anyway, I'll get the mirror on it and then we'll bump it up a bit more pressure. Right, we've got 150 psi in there now, which is about as high as I want to go. You don't want to put too much pressure in these things because the evaporators aren't always designed to take a lot of pressure. And we haven't got any leaks, so I'm going to see if we can find some hot water and we'll get a jug of hot water and tip it over there, and that'll kind of help dissolve any flux that might be on there. and we might just leave it under pressure test while we have a sandwich and then come back and have another look at it. But, fingers crossed we might have got it. Then we just got to take it apart, put new gaskets in, leak check it again, vac it, put the gas back in. Okay, still got pressure in it after half an hour, which probably would do even if it had a little leak, to be honest with you. Which you think it's quite a big volume that it's got to draw from. I'm going to try some of this stuff. I had the big blue leak stuff on there before. I'm going to try some of this stuff on there because it's a bit thicker. I'll give that a good 5 minutes, go over it with the mirror, see if we can see anything. I think we've got it. Okay, that's our new gaskets on there. Okay, valves back together with new gaskets. Done those up with a torque wrench to 300 inch-pounds, which is about 33 newton meters. So we're just going to go around that with some leak spray, and then if that's good, we get the vacuum pump going. Well, that's with the pump running, so I don't know, it'll probably come up quite a bit when you valve it off. It's all back up and running. Just got to move them drums back.